Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one and another first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The Chiefs at 8-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes buying time to his left. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one, and to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dalvin. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Here's Jackson to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Throwing is Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Now it's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense?
He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes flush to his right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson on target to his man, likely. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They'll go again with Dobbins. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle, it's Edwards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he gets this up past the 30. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 27, Mahomes. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught inside the 5. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 29, Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 44, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Another run here with Dobbins. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Jackson. The quick slant caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. Dobbins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
And you know it pains them to be this close, and you know they're going to want to go for it here. But they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a one-score game. It's only logical.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season Because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Jackson on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I'm up as the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. That's Joshua Williams with a pick. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and plan correctly, sometimes the reason.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that in. And now here's another interception. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Mahomes going to throw it here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw, it's Mahomes. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is run out on this ball game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City.